In this video, I want to show you how to draw your support and resistance line, and how to understand different time frame. Take note, I told you in our last video that I'm a scalper, so I'll just show you what you need to know. First of all, understand what you are seeing here is what we call candlestick pattern. All right, there are other chart patterns that you can find in MetaTrader 5, but I prefer to use the candlestick. We have the line chart. We have the line chart pattern. It's just like this. We also have the bar chart, but this is the bar chart, but I prefer using the candlestick pattern. The candlestick pattern is very easy. It shows you the top, it shows you the bottom. All right, it's very easy to understand and very easy to read. It shows you where the market started from and where it ends, depending on the time frame you are using. Now, based on we are scalpers, or I'm a scalper, you can choose to also be a scalper. A scalper is one who just look at any opportunity in the market, enters the market and jump out. Yes, take profit and just jump out, whether profit or loss. We don't spend too much time in the market. All right, but before I show you that, I want to make you understand that before you place a trade, you must do what I call analysis, technical analysis. If there's a news trade, then we call that fundamental analysis. That's when there is an economic news that will affect the market. When an economic news comes, the market can go parabolic, and at that point, if you're not careful, you can even lose money. So you are very careful when you are trading an economic news. But right now, we are doing what I call fundamental analysis. And the fact that you are a scalper, you are not a day trader, you are not a long-term trader, you must also do what I call top-down analysis. You check the chart from the beginning to from the higher time frame to the lower time frame actually. So what we do, we check the daily time frame. If you can see, I've already placed some what's it called, some support and resistance line before now, but I will remove them so that we can do them afresh, so you can follow the video properly. All right, what is the importance of support and resistance? It makes you to understand what to do in the market at that point and whether you are buying or selling. When the market comes to the support line, you buy. When it hits the resistance line, you sell. All right, so this is the one time frame, and let's see the support line now. You can see here I'm putting my support for this. You can see 3 candlesticks are touching the line, and you can see whenever the trade touches this line, this is what we call price action. Whenever the trade touches this line, it bounces back. That's to tell you that is a support line. There are buyers at that point, so they are buying. Okay, so what do you do when the trade touches that line? You know you have to buy, except, although there are other confirmations to know whether you buy or sell, except there's a breakout. Okay, I'm going to tell you that in the next video. I'm going to tell you how to identify if there's a breakout or not. But now we are focusing on buying and selling using support and resistance line. So we just put another one. We identify another support line here. Okay, then we identify another support line at this end here. So we identify a resistance line which was once a support. Now let me say this to you. When a trade breaks out of a support line, that support becomes resistance. Same thing goes when it breaks out of a resistance line, that resistance becomes support. All right, so you can see where we are placing our resistance or our support line. The trade got to that point, and what happened later, it immediately bounced back or came back or went up. All right, so we understand this very carefully. So what do we do? Okay, I think we identify another support or resistance line again. Let's put one here. We could see another support and resistance line there. Watch this carefully. Now, what do we do next at this point? We go back to the 4 hours time frame, and we can see for ourselves the confirmations and all. Then we go back to 30 minutes. Now as a scalper, you can either use the 30 minutes time frame or the 5 minutes time frame or the 1 minute time frame. Now I don't trade with the 1 minute time frame. I majorly trade with the 5 minutes or the 30 minutes. That's when I see the market more. All right. This is how it works for me. It may not work for you that way. As a scalper, you don't stay long in the market. All right. You don't stay long in the market. You just look at the market, look for opportunity, and boom, you are out. So let's assume we put a buy trade here, for example. Now, this is where I'm just trying to show you, what's it called? Just trying to show you how to set your stop loss and take profit points. So we'll put a buy trade at 44.65 points something. So what do? We click it and modify position. So you set your take profit point. Let's say 45. Okay. Stop loss point as 45.64, for example. Then take profit point at 45, let's say 45.70. All right. Then modify. Now the reason for your stop loss, we are already in profit already. The reason for your stop loss is to reduce risk, so that if the market go against you, you will lose just a little of your capital, because you must always protect your capital. You must always, because the market is not actually your friend. Sometimes market manipulators can manipulate the market and it will go against you. You cannot be 100% complete. You cannot be 100% accurate when it comes to forex. If you are a good trader, it is 90-10. You are 90% accurate and 10% wrong. So you cannot be 100% accurate. So that's why you put your stop loss in case the market did not go in your favor. If you have a bigger capital, you can add more position. Or like I said, you are a scalper. Even if it does not come to your take profit point, don't wait for a market to come. As you can see the screen, you have what's called TP on top there, and then we have SL, which is stop loss. TP is take profit. You must not wait for it to come to your take profit point before you take profit. If you notice the way the market is going, you can just come here and close the trade. We have made $2. All right. So you look for another opportunity. Again, this is what a scalper does. You look for another opportunity in the market. Is this thing going to buy? Is this thing going to sell? And then you put your trade. All right. Let's say, for example, you have a lot of capital to throw around. You can add more position. For example, let's say we have 3 positions now. We are already in profit. Okay. Then you look at the market. You can choose to close and take your profit. All right. A scalper does not stay long in the market. You have your own strategy. You can develop your own strategy, but this is my strategy. I'm a scalper. I'm not a long term. So we are in profit. For example, I close. We made another $1. Okay. So that's a scalper's trade. Before you know, you accumulate them like that. Before you know, a day you can make $10, you can make $20, you can make $30, depending on your capital size and depending on your risk reward ratio. Yes, risk reward ratio. So you must be very, very careful. Make sure your capital is safe. Without capital, you can't trade. So don't be greedy. If you lose a trade, don't do a revenge trading. It is very, very bad. We are scalpers and maintain that position. All right, we are going to give you more hints on how to trade. These are just tutorials. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. Make sure you hit on the like button and share this video. If you have not subscribed, do it to subscribe. Remember, these tutorials are for students. In order to help them learn a skill that will help them to combat financial lack and want. And I believe that if you take this tutorial serious, you are going to do well in the forex market. Even if you have $10, $20, you can start your trade and start building your account as you proceed. We are going to see you in our next video. And until then, make sure you share this video. See you in our next video.